Families displaced from 4 flood-prone apartments in Houston might qualify for federal relocation assistance. About 9 months ago, the General Land Office took over a disaster recovery program that was first managed by the city in 2021. However, many of those displaced still have not received federal funds they are owed. KPRC2 reporter Rochelle Turner joins us now in Studio A to tell us more about the program. Good morning.
Good morning, Zach. Well, we all know Houston is no stranger when it comes to flooding, and any assistance you can receive can be life-changing. So this morning we have the General Land Office Commissioner, Miss Dawn Buckingham. She's going to tell us a little bit more about the program. Good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to talk with us. So let's jump right in. I know that it's been very challenging for you all to get a hold of some of these residents that were displaced. Kind of talk about the efforts you guys have been doing to try to, get in touch with them.
Well, thank you so much for having me on and help us get our word out. We are very excited to be finding these families. We think about 900 families were displaced in 2021. And with the help of now new Mayor Whitmire, a lot of the faith community, a lot of our community advocates, we found hundreds of these families, but we haven't been able to find everybody yet. The families who lived in these homes were actually entitled to federal dollars to help them relocate, and they were really just turned out on the street. So we are trying to find these families and deliver the resources. And just like you said, it can be very life-changing. In fact, one of the residents we found, she decided she was tired of renting, wanted to buy her home. Unfortunately, she had lost her job right after that. But with our help, once we found her, we were able to help her pay her mortgage. Now she's got a new job and she was able to keep that home. So that is the type of transformational aid that we are helping deliver to our Houston families.
And I actually spoke to her yesterday, Miss Linda Mahia, and she was so overjoyed. She was so happy. And you guys had the big check there. She received a check for over $17,000. But she did tell us in our interview that process wasn't easy. She had to find several documents, send it up to the GLO office in Katy. She had to do that several times. So kind of talk about some of those critical documents people will need if they are eligible for this assistance.
Well, we have people standing by to help our folks, so just reach out and we'll help you with everything specifically you need. But yes, the federal agency HUD, which these dollars originally come from, we just administrate them. They have very strict requirements, as you can imagine. They want to be sure that people did actually live in these apartments that were displaced. But once we meet those federal requirements, then we can deliver those dollars. But yes, you need obviously ID, you need obviously proof that you lived in the apartments and a few other things. But just reach out and we have people on hand ready to help.
And what would you say to some of the residents if they're watching us this morning? They may be a little unsure, because it's like the federal government is trying to give me some money. Like, what is going on? Is there any red flags here? So what would you say to them to be like, this is legit, you are eligible, get your money before time runs out?
You are exactly right. There's that old saying, it makes everybody laugh. We're here from the government. We're here to help you. That never tends to go well, but this is a genuine effort. We are legitimately trying to find these families, but the key is to just come to the General Land Office, give us a call. You can Google up General Land Office. We'll get you routed to the right person, and then we'll help you get your money if you're eligible.
And one more question for you. What is the average payout? I know it's different for people's situations, but talk about the average payout for what some people could receive.
We're running about $20,000 a person, somewhere in that range. So it depends a little bit on a few factors. Of course, they're all set by HUD, but these are real resources. They make a tremendous difference to help these families. And so we want these families that were turned over or turned out of their homes to find homes. And we just really want to thank our faith community, our community advocates, Mayor Whitmire, everybody who's been helping us get the word out. We're going to keep getting the word out. We're going to do our best to find these families.
Well, thank you so much. We did have a story this morning on KPRC2 at 5 and 6 a.m. So we're going to get all that information on our website. It's clicktohouston.com. But I do appreciate you again for taking the time out of your schedule to talk with us. And we're going to get the word out, and hopefully you guys can get some more people in your office.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.